My wife cheated and we are separating, but with the reality of everything setting in, she now wants to stay, and I actually might want her to. So a few months ago, my 45M wife 44F of 15 years and the mother of our young children began an affair which consisted of thousands of texts, some dating, and then became a sexual relationship. I quickly discovered the affair and things blew up. We fought hard, I called her a whore at one point, and we agreed to separate. When things calmed, we talked about how we both neglected each other over the recent years and that things weren't good or working between us. I was willing to work on forgiveness and moving forward if she was willing to as well, and basically drew a line in the sand. It had to be him or me. She chose him. Apparently they developed some great connection that she wanted to continue to explore. Well, the very next morning, I found his phone hashtag and texted him a sarcastic congratulations on breaking up a family and some passive-aggressive nonsense about being better than me and good luck to both of them. I know it was childish, but I was lashing out. Turns out he didn't even know she was still married and ended things immediately with her and blocked her. She was devastated. Cut to 2 weeks later and things are getting real with the separation. She's applying for apartments, I'm keeping the house, we're splitting custody and have plans for everything, and things are actually looking pretty good for a clean and amicable split. So good that we've been reconnecting too, almost like dating again, just hanging out and talking and reminiscing and sharing our feelings on how we went so wrong, and it felt like things were actually rekindling between us, to the point where now, for the first time since this all blew up, she actually asked to stay and work stuff out. I still love this woman deeply and I was thrilled. But in the back of my mind, I couldn't help but feel it wasn't out of a desire to be with me but more because he wasn't an option anymore. So I was really hesitant and insecure about that. But I agreed and we had another wonderful week together. Things were looking up. But then I glimpsed a text she was writing to her sister, 8 days after our reconciliation, where she mentioned the other man and something like she still cared for him so much and was upset at everything that happened and how she lost him. I freaked. So in a second act of immaturity, I broke her trust and stole her phone. I only had about 2 minutes with it and only saw a small bit of the conversation history with her sister, and it looked like she had been deleting most texts in real time, but the text strongly suggested she didn't really want to stay with me after all. One text mentioned she had regrets immediately after asking to stay and work stuff out with me. Others mentioned she could never forgive me for calling her a whore or live with someone who thought of her that way. And then others mentioned there was more to the story that she could never tell me. Her sister, twice divorced and no fan of mine, has been loving all this drama and strongly encouraging her to leave me again the whole time. So this landed us in another fight and I told her we need to split and move forward as agreed before. So we're back to that. Living under the same roof, taking care of the kids together, all the normal stuff, but she's looking for an apartment again. And like before, things are weirdly kinda good again. But this time, she claims I was misreading her texts and she was just venting privately to her sister and it's not fair to judge her on those, and now it's me who is actually ending things and it's not her fault this time because she really wanted to try. She's basically saying I'm the one giving up and throwing away our marriage. This is gaslighting, right? I mean, she literally said that stuff I read, whether I was supposed to see it or not, so why shouldn't I assume she didn't mean it exactly as she wrote it? And she's lied about so much already, I've no reason to think differently, right? But here's the thing, we've been so good together again that I'm still having doubts. Really good. Like better than ever. Is this normal? Are we in like a reverse honeymoon phase or something? I can't possibly take her back with all the shit that's gone down, right? She says she can cut this guy off, but she was going on and on about him still to her sister. And I think she still sees him at or through work, so he's not like gone, even though he blocked her, if that makes any sense. And what if he unblocks her in the future and reaches out for whatever reason? She said she wouldn't care, but how can I trust that? And on top of that, she feels like my transgressions, calling her a who or texting the other guy, snooping in her phone, are just as bad and need forgiveness, and kinds acts like that makes her a victim and we're equally to blame? That just pisses me off. I was wrong, yes, but feel justified. I guess she feels the same about her actions though, so that can't work? I feel so confused. For me, emotionally, it really seems like things can work and I'm even feeling like I'm in a healthy place and dealing with the cheating and moving forward and stuff, but the slow drip of the truth is crazy to deal with and it still doesn't feel like everything is all out in the open. So if she asks to stay again, I just can't do it, right? This feeling and well things are going is not real, right? Or is it real enough to try knowing that we may just end up here again anyway?
Relevant comment. JD Jang. OP, it's not gaslighting, it's just plain, old-fashioned manipulation. Gaslighting is when you experience something and someone tells you you didn't actually experience that thing. It's a pretty specific kind of manipulation. Manipulation doesn't have to be gaslighting to be bad. And this is bad, OP, it's really bad. After reading your headline, I was thinking she made one mistake and realized it and is taking accountability, and you really don't want to blow up your life. But this is not that. This is not a one-time mistake. She had a months-long, full-blown affair, and when caught and asked to choose, she chose him. 2. She didn't just lie to you, she also lied to him to get him to have an affair with her without his consent. Think about what kind of person does that. 3. She's being wonderful to you while talking shit behind your back. 4. And she's equating your momentary angry name-calling at discovering her infidelity with the months-long affair she had. That's not taking accountability. For your relationship to work, she has to want it, and take unequivocal accountability for what she did. She's trying to duck accountability, and she's making it clear she doesn't want to make your relationship work, she just doesn't want to lose. End the heartache sooner and get that divorce.